forex is simple. Let me take like 2 minutes to demonstrate. It's all about foreign exchange. So foreign exchange, we're dealing with currencies. And the currencies here are fiat currencies. When I say fiat currencies, these are local currencies from different economies. For example, Kenya shillings, USD, CAD, Euro. You see, so this is what we trade in the forex market. So what you do, you evaluate their values in the market. Values in the market. So, and the values here, it depends with daily economic activities, daily economic activities that is running in the economy. Example, daily economic activities, like for example, Kenya shillings. The value of Kenya shillings fluctuates. Today is 130 against the dollar, tomorrow is 129, it might shoot to 140. So it fluctuates. The reason why it fluctuates against major currencies in the world is because of the activities that are taking place in our economy. So if the economy is growing or the economy is doing better, it means that our currency will also be strong. So it means a currency, I'm giving an example with the Kenyan currency, which is Kenya shillings. So it can be strong, it can be weak. So when it loses value, weak currency, we buy. When it becomes strong, we sell. So now the difference will make you profit. So that's how we make money in the forex market. Okay, so like any other merchandising business, for example, you're a maize seller. So during high season, it means the supply is high. You do what? The value goes down, and that's now the right time for you to buy. And after a while, when we start experiencing scarcity, the demand will start going up. The moment the demand is created, then the maize will go up. So it means that same thing in the forex market. We use the concept of demand and supply. Okay, so you know what attracts demand and supply in an economy? For example, interest rate. So when a country lowers interest rate, it means that it's encouraging cash flow. Accessibility of cash flow becomes high. So automatically the currency value goes down. So that will be the right time for you to buy. And if the interest rate is increased, demand is created. And when the demand is created, the currency will start becoming strong in the market. So ideally, for you to make money in the forex market, just understand when to buy and when to sell. So I guess that will summarize everything. Just for the purpose of those who are attending a forex seminar or a forex lesson for the first time. But we have a lot to learn, okay? Before you get to a point of we buy and sell, we need to learn some basic. You need a strategy. You need to open an account. You need to fund. You need to execute trade, buy or sell. Yep.
To add on something, under factors are shifting a supply and demand. We have geopolitical tensions and the economic data, unemployment rates.
Yes.
Yeah.
So for example, geopolitical tension that we had this year, in the forex market, recently we had war
Iran,
between
Israel.
USA, Ukraine, Israel, etc. So you see, such tension usually create uncertainties in the market, and uncertainties scare away investors. By the way, there's this concept, Okay, I wanted to say something about Eurobond, but let's continue first. You know, the Eurobond saga will start creating unnecessary political tension. Some will start saying one term, mwingine asema two term.
Okay, but you see, as much as you've talked about demand and supply as a concept or a strategy, also, okay, I'm trying to say this, in as much as we consider demand and supply, which basically means like most traders still consider as a strategy, but at the end of the day, there's still more other lessons, more other concepts that you can still apply in trading and it will work for you, you understand? So it means that in as much as you learn, you'll break it down. It's not so necessary that you trade the supply and demand as a concept, but basically that's how it's engineered from. And in as much as you learn, you break down, you will still come out with even another strategy that will still work for you. So this is just to clarify for someone who's new and still wants to learn that there are so many other concepts in trading, and you will still need, that's why there's a lot of learning, and learning will never stop. So you will still need to really work very much harder to at least come up with your own system, which is a strategy, then at least make sure how you implement in the actual market, you understand? So that's what maybe I can add.
Like in bro, let's be factual, eh?
Yes.
For example,
I know you depend. You have to protect the supply and demand.
Not even know about protecting supply and demand.
Yes.
So there's this concept, indicators. Okay, I don't know if it is me alone or everybody, yeah? Because sometimes back I used to trade with these indicators, the RSI, the moving average,
stochastics.
Joseph, don't pretend that, like you don't know. Actually, we met online when we were starting with the RSI, moving average, etc.
Like this.
And these indicators used to give me confidence. When RSI is below 30, I feel like now is the right time for us to buy. So I start taking buys carelessly. Then the market creates another low. I feel like now this is the last low. I'll add more entries. Then the market creates another low. Then I feel like so. I think I'm at time with the indicators for close to a year without making real money. Whenever you're making money, once in a while, like
For indicator.
I stagnated actually trading with indicators for a whole year.
But you know, for indicators, by the time the indicator is giving you the actual move, the market has already shifted. Need to keep in mind, indicators, they use the raw data for it to process information. For example, a person using moving average, the system or the indicator has to calculate. By the time it's giving you the indication, the market has already shifted. So you find most of the people, you are a victim though then. Most of the people using indicators. Yeah, I was a victim. I was a victim, but niliondokea indicators mapema. Reason being, by the time you are buying, the market has already bought. So if right now you are to use the concept of premium discount price, utapata you are buying on a premium price. By the time the indicator is giving you the indication for you to buy or sell, the price has already left. So for you, people relying solely on indicators, I don't think most of them do succeed. You need to understand the structure, you're in, the zone of interest, also and measured recently the geopolitical occurrences, especially now that Trump is the president. Because that guy can wake up at 4 and tweet something. The structure on gold was, you are on a buy. I think you were a victim 2 days ago.
Yeah.
But apparently you're still holding the buy.
Yeah.
Trump wakes up and tweets. The market shifts over 100 pips. Na hiyo time ni 4 asubuhi. So umelala 3 with profits zako za around $2,000. Trump anaamka anasema, "Oh, I need to make money pia on my end." Ana tweet, market in a crash. So again, you need to be how do I say?
Sharp.
You need to be sharp. See sharp boys in there. Ways.
You must be a sharp boy.
No, come on, to be honest, sharp boys ni definition ya wezi tu inafichwa. You need to be sharp and updated. So right now, and also you need to understand the market trends. The person when alikuwa na trade 2023, strategies za 2023 ndo zinaanza kuwork size. Actually, yeah. Right now huwezi fungua trade na world. I'm wondering when you survive 4 days.
Yeah. Actually, this is my 5th day.
Especially
I'm trying.
The whole of February. Mtu alikuwa na old gold. That guy make 0 shillings. Ilikuwa ina range. But mtu alikuwa na buy like you did. You buy, reaches your point, you sell. You close your trade. So my point is, you need to understand what's happening and the pairs and commodities that it affects. Let's take an instance of the COVID era. That was 2020. All investors were scared. Most economies zili shut down. So it trigger risk of market sentiment. Everyone akashift to gold. Then gold will go 1800.
Yeah.
I remember during COVID, that was the first time I started making real money on forex. You will just wake up, look for buy entries on gold from 1700, 1800. Then the asset of interest was gold because all investors were scared. So they were all shifting all their assets and buying gold. Right now, the war between Iran, Israel,
Yes.
and the US, it's affecting oil. And that's why right now, if you were to look at the charts, the oil chart, for the past 1 month, it's been bullish. I don't know if you can cast the chart on oil. If you can cast the chart on oil, it's been bullish. But towards the last 2 weeks, imekuwa na erratic moves. Moment, can you shift to oil?
Okay. Taking you back a little bit, you said about indicators waiting for a price, like they're using
Price
historical
data.
price information.
Yeah, to process.
To process the actual direction or direction of the market. Yeah? Okay, there's this part when we are trying to master the indicators. I remember I used to wake up at 3 a.m. just to learn how all these indicators are used. I came to realize that we have two kinds of indicators: the lagging indicators and leading indicators. So lagging indicators are indicators like moving average. So they wait for the market to happen, for the price to happen, then they follow. So it means that we'll be entering late.
Yeah.
So the one that I mentioned, RSI, relative what?
Strength index.
RSI, strength index, yeah, relative strength index. Yeah? Okay, it was said that it is a leading indicators. The price follows. You see, okay, all these actually the same as the AI, yeah? Because okay, let me say is an AI of those type. 2019, 2020 or before. So it's giving us, no, the chart is on. Yeah, can continue.
Now you proceed first, then we'll go back to the charts.
Okay. It's giving us another question, our experiences with the bot or AI trading. You know, nowadays in Kenya, it's a very common thing. So I really wonder, and I know some of you have tested, Rui, have you?
Nani ashaitumia bot trading, leave alone binary? Bot trading.
I think that the concept of bots and AIs, so it's much of the, it's like who you follow. The question will bring who you follow. Because at the end of the day, if you get a very clear introduction, then you get to have a very clear truth about trading. Then it will be very hard for you to be convinced to trade with bots. Trust me. Because for me, I can say like I've never tried a bot. The reason behind is because the actual people who are following back then, back in 2022, 2023, they were talking fully about manual trading. And again, they were like, I got the information that this kind of bot or programming can't work. So at the same time, if you are starting trading, then you get to be introduced by someone who's really selling bots or trying to sell the AIs. And then after that, you will say like, that person who is new to trading will get convinced. But someone who's new and again gets introduced to trading by someone who really knows what trading is and knows that bots can't work, automatically that person will grow in trading knowing that this thing won't work. Understand? So personally, I followed back these traders who are called the Financial Hub. As also having these other traders outside Kenya who I was following back then. So the information I had until today is that these bots can't work. That's why it has been there in my mind that it won't work. And in as much as you can see what's going on online, you can tell that these people who are really buying bots and the sellers who are selling bots, they are liars. That's to be true. It means that bots will really, automatically, there's chance that it will blow your account. From experiences for those who have tried, it means that it's something that is not systematic. It can't comply with the fractal markets, which is markets changing direction, dynamics any other day. So at the end of the day, it will really depend on who you follow at the end of the day, who is your mentor in short, you see. So I believe that's the best thing that a new trader can learn, in as much as that person is in the early stages of learning and trading. Then the information at an early stage is still very, very important. You see that? Yeah, that's what I can say.
Let me, in my own opinion,
Yes.
trading is subjective, right? Very subjective. In as much as, let's take a scenario, Marvin is your tutor. Even if Marvin teaches you how he trades, you'll never get the same entries as Marvin.
Sure.
Hautaingia market the same time na Marvin. His risk appetite and your risk appetite are different. Now, in my own experience, bots do work, but for a very short time. Let's go back to the basics. Markets are dynamic, very dynamic. The way the structure was last year, see when your markets in a BFSI. Once you understand that the markets are always dynamic, the second thing you need to understand, the person coding the bot or the person creating that bot create the way he trades. And that's why there are bots, scalping bots. Kuna zenye zitafungua long-term trades, that's too. So eventually, bots will blow your account. Eventually, in the long term, it will blow your account. Inaweza work for 2 weeks, for a month, but after hapo, market dynamic, ita shift. But hiyo bot haina the adaptability to shift to the market dynamics. So if, for me, I wouldn't advise anyone to trade using bots, not unless you are the one coding it. At the end of the day, watu wana make pesa kwa bots ni the developers na watu wanauza bots. the clients, the one receiving the end product, eventually watakuwa victims.
Okay, in a conventional sense, we all know the price of the boat. They sell between 10,000 to 100,000. So this price range is actually what most people can afford. Majority can afford. It really makes sense for you to pay 10,000 and acquire a system that makes you money every day when you are sleeping. So it means everybody who knows forex could be making money, but that's not the situation. Someone with 500,000 followers, none is making money. So I feel like bot is a tool that is meant to sell dream. Someone driving a high-end car in the name of doing the bot. So many people will want such life, will come for the bot, and eventually they'll not make it to even a quarter of this person. You see? So some things doesn't make sense. Some things you just have to apply what do you call it? Sitaki kutumia ile jina natumia pale bita. Okay, sometimes you just have to think beyond what you see. That's all I can say about the bot.
So there's one thing. When did forex ilianza kitambo, si ndio?
Yes.
The big players in the market. Trust me, bots hazijakuwa implemented lately. They've been there. Tell me why the big boys in the market, they never used bots. There's no single day bots will beat manual trading. They don't keep up to the data in the market. And another thing, bots, they don't trade with emotions. They can't control your losses. They can't control your profits. So that's one thing. So that's what I normally tell myself. If it can't control that, let me control it myself. Your psychology, the psychology part of you, how to control your profits, losses, it will always outshine bot trading. So yeah, unless you're telling me you're trading binary, in a computer generated bot.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Simulations.
if you're trading binary bots, binary trading, you go do your thing. But so, not in FX.
I guess bots started with synthetic indices.
Yeah.
Right?
Sure.
Boom and crash.
Yeah.
Because boom and crash is an instrument in the financial market, but it's computer generated. So being an instrument that is computer generated can work best with the bot. But at the same time, this is something that is not fully centralized. You know, like forex market is centralized. Nobody is controlling the market. Actually, it's being controlled by daily economic activities that is taking place in an economy. Unlike an instrument like synthetic indices. Okay, saying synthetic indices, in the forex market, forex is one of let me say, financial markets that we trade, and is considered as the most liquid, around $8 trillion in volume, daily circulation. We have commodities, we have cryptocurrency. What else? We have sports, we have futures, we have binary options.
Bonds.
Yes. But again, forex is considered as the most liquid. That's why most people trade forex, because being liquid, it means that you need small capital. So, and you are given what you call leverage by the broker, so that you can as well be able to participate in trading, making at least 1,000 from 300. So at some point I saw 1,000, but I didn't close the market. Actually, my second attempt. So I did the first one. The second I saw 1,000. So it was so easy for me to close 1,000 and withdraw 1,300, still profit. But again, I needed more. So it ended up coming back to my entry and clearing the account. So I added another one until the last coin. Then I'm like, what was I doing? The money gone. Okay, I can't say that's a strategy because I really wanted money. I didn't want to know or to consider my rules, like to consider what the system is telling me to do. Not because I don't know, but because I just want money. You see, the psychology tells me that, bro, you need money. Hizo mambo mengine ya strategy sijui imefika zone gani, wachana nayo. That is now a very dangerous ignorance in the forex market. I don't know kama ni mimi pekee ndo nime experience. It's there. You know the market is open, eh?
Yeah, sure.
And maybe some days back you grew a small account to a significant amount. So you want to do the same, but the market is failing you. But you still believe you can still make it, eh? And after that, you are not willing to spend this money because maybe you wanted more. But immediately after losing that money, you'll end up spending more. I remember, I don't know. Okay, Monabari, I'll send you this picture. When was that? There's a picture. Yo wakati nikaenda direct to Holiday Resort. You know, not this 200,000. I mean, not only this 200,000 that I lost that day. I lost something like 9,000. So I wanted to actually turn this 200 to 500 so that I can remain with my 200,000, then continue trading with. Yeah, it was around 2023, by the way, or 2023. Yes. So I found myself nimepark pale hivyo intongaje Holiday Resort. So my Atenza was still new. So nikaenda pale hivyo Holiday Resort, nikapark, nikaitisha wine yangu pole pole. So kulikuwa na watu wengi, everybody anajibamba, but niko hapa hivyo najiuliza, hii ni life nataka kweli? What was I doing? Like, I've lost money carelessly. You see, and not one scenario. I have several scenarios where najita kamkutano. Until when I accepted, actually the whole of last year and this year, ndio sijajita kamkutano. Like, nisha accept. That's the nature of the market. Ikikata, ikikugonga stop loss moja ya pili, bro, tembeza.
Psychology.
Yes.
Tricky sana. But on my end, I approach trading psychology. I approach it in two perspectives. The first one, the pre-market psychology. In the newbies. And apparently in Kenya, most of the newbies, or most of the people who are joining, who people want to trade forex, they always come in with a certain perspective because they've seen the lifestyle that comes with forex. That's where now the influencers part come in. In forex, there are two types of people, two types of person may make it. Kuna the actual traders na kuna influencers. I have a problem with these influencers. There is a narrative they are selling out there that it's easy to make money. You can drive this car within a very short period of time. So by the time a person anataka ku trade forex, akona that wrong perspective. So that's the pre-market psychology. So by the time you're coming to forex, I always tell my students, how people now train, by the time you are trading, you need to understand that trading is tough. It's like a business. You need to, hawezi fungua duka leo na unde profits kesho. You need to learn the regulations, prices za vitu before you the profits. And then now there is the actual psychology. Hapo inafaa ujite mkutano kwanza as a person. Na hiyo mkutano inakuzanga after umeblow do. There is a picture wao unapostingi, tulikuwa tuna trade wote. Inaitwa ile hoteli pale town. Kwa
Bargatun.
Ulikuwa na post here wa clueless traders. Do you know that day? That day nili losing $500 ama ni 560. Na kuna kitu kurealize.
Sikupi hata pena mimi pesa.
Na kuna kitu
during NFP.
Yeah, na kuna kitu kurealize. Tulitembea hadi kwa nyumba. Tulitembea tukapanda mlima ya Action. All the way to Kimungu. Na tuongeleshani kila mtu ameshika.
Mimi kwanza siku nilikuwa na demo yangu. This girl in her account akona gold trade running and ikona loss. Mimi in my account I have a loss. Na tuambiani
Mimi nishafunga yangu
huyu akona loss kivyake kumbe. Sasa nasikia leo. So by the time nafika kwa nyumba yangu ilikuwa imeblow. My girlfriend's one ilikuwa floating loss and it was crazy, yeah? So she didn't tell me. Jimmy nilimwambia don't enter this trade until Monday. Kumbe mimi niliingia. Kumbe yeye akaingia.
Hakunanga feeling mbaya kama umeingia trade na iko in negative na hukuambia trading partner yako. So wezi mwambia vile una feel. In the first place, haifai ukue kwa hiyo trade. So wala ndo na realize upset. Literally tulipanda mlima with our laptops, tumenyamaziana, tukapanda. I remember me, I took my kid, tukatembea naye. Mtoto ndo ananichekesha yendo. Mimi akili yangu niko zile za ndio maisha nataka kuishi. So once umefika hiyo level, hakuna sasa mwambia wasee yeah, nitakufunza kutrade, utalearn kutrade from Marvin. Ni sawa. But there are things Marvin hata haikufunza, utajifunza peke yako. Kumanage risk na ujue threshold yako. Si wote hapa, there's a figure ukiona in MT4 or in your MetaTrader, it turns you like inakupatia joto. You need to know hiyo figure ni gani. Not the losses. So apparently everyone here can hold up to losses ya $1,000 comfortably with the hope that market itarudi. Hope is never started. Haiwezi work though. But I'm double sure hapa. Not everyone can.
Ameanza kwamba God I'm your son.
But hapa I'm double sure. Okay, let me just speak from my own experience. It's easy to hold losses. Call profits, bro, is another thing. It's another issue. You can comfortably hold loss ya $1,000 for up to a week. Lakini hold profits, it takes time. Inafaa learn hold profits. So as a person, inafaa identify. You need to know that figure. Ni figure gani nikiona it trigger emotional. We all have our thresholds. Especially kwa live accounts. The attachment part ulikuwa unasema, ulikuwa unajaribu kuingilia umse chani mdefend kidogo. The attachment part with money. Bro, do you know you don't know yourself until you interact with money? Unajua money pesa inaweza kukosanisha na wewe peke yako, ukosane na pesa wewe peke yako. Yeah, pesa wenye umesema ulikuwa na 200 G's. Nini ilikufanya uka lose?
I needed more money.
Exactly.
Yes.
But you had a plan.
I know.
You have to stick to anything. No. The same thing. Ukitrade bila plan. Yes. One. Ukiingia trades and I will do the figures that trigger you, then again tricky. So hapo kwa psychology, but shida yetu ni moja. We always focus on the technical part na tunaacha the psychology part. The risk management inaendanisha na psychology. If you get wrong on risk management, your psychology part is fucked up. Once your psychology is fucked, hauoni kitu kwa chart vile umesema. Unafungua tu chart hivi, hauoni kitu.
Now, Alore traders. So, bro, this how can I call it? like this notion whereby traders think like sometimes, okay, I'll talk from where I come from, Eldoret specifically. If you find more, okay, there are so many traders in Eldoret by there, and there are so many silent boys trading and doing good in this industry. So if you tend to ask these traders like, okay, in the part of psychology, most people will you will find another trader telling you like, trading a pro farm account is very tough, psychologically, like they find it very tough. Others will tend to tell you like, trading a pro farm, since it's not your actual money, like you invested a percentage of that money, then it's kind of easier because you are not so much attached with that kind of money. Then I want to ask my friend Forbes that how do you find it trading a pro farm account and the real account, which is your broker?